My video today isn't anything like a how-to or advice, or I don't even know how this will contribute to your life unless this specifically applies to you. I know there are so many vegans out there. I get messages all the time, and I know other vegans online get these messages too, who live in an area that it's very difficult to be vegan. You might live in a really cold area and you feel like, I want to eat fresh fruits and vegetables, and it's just too hard because it's so cold. Or you might live in an area where hunting is very, very popular and you are the only one who thinks hunting is wrong. Or maybe you have a family where you are literally the only vegan and no one even seems to show any interest at all and no one is supportive. Or you literally have no vegan friends and you're the only vegan you know in your community. I get those comments and messages all the time, and I just want you guys to know that I notice them, and being vegan is such a huge part of my own life. And I've been plant-based for 11 years, and I know that I live in California, and I know this is kind of the mecca when it comes to veganism, one of the meccas. I hear Berlin is pretty cool too. And it's very easy to be vegan here. I meet people who are vegan all the time, who just happen to be vegan and they're just strangers. I've also witnessed my friends through their own transformation to veganism, or some of my family as well. I have vegan restaurants everywhere and I feel extremely lucky, but 11 years ago this was not the case. I used to get made fun of for my plant-based diet. It was not ethical for me at the time, but I was pretty hardcore plant-based in terms of what I would and wouldn't eat. And even in college, when I had to go to the cafeteria, I had to have a lunch plan. When I went to college in Oregon, I only ate salad and bread, and they had like this spelt bread or something. There were very, very few options, so I want you to know that I do sympathize. And even when I was at that college, people would, you know, make fun of me for being like a rabbit and like, oh, you hardly eat anything. What are you eating? You're literally just eating lettuce. So like one time I came back to my room and a piece of lettuce was like pinned to my door. That was such a long time ago, and I do recognize that things are different now. I live in a place where it feels almost normal to be vegan, and I realize that it's not normal to be vegan. I'm not an idiot, I recognize that, but there is this sort of sense of like, in some situations when people are eating animal foods, they feel like the weird ones, which is like such progress and such growth because they're the ones eating dead bodies. And the point of what I want to say is just like this big thank you and congratulations and keep going and encouragement and good job. And I'm so proud of you, even though I don't know you, for being vegan in a place that it is difficult to be vegan. I honestly get a little emotional thinking about it because I can't imagine living in that place anymore because of how much veganism means to me, how much a non-cruelty way of life means to me. If you're vegan and you've been through this sort of transformation where you start to look at everything differently and you feel so alone, I get that, I get it, but I just feel like, gosh, I do not have it as bad as the other people out there who are just like so excited to see vegan YouTubers because it feels like you have community. And I think that's incredible, and YouTube is just, and Instagram, just so amazing for that, because it's a way of making you feel more connected to the vegan lifestyle and other people who share your beliefs. And I don't have advice for how to make it easier, not at all. I just want to say, like, keep going and you can do this, and be that person to change your community. Not necessarily change people's minds and make people vegan, but let's say you're an amazing cook and you want to start a restaurant. Start the first vegan restaurant in your town. That would be so incredible. And when you do, please hit me up and tell me all about it. I'd love to come visit. Or maybe your town doesn't recycle and you can go to the city council and help them get onto a recycling program. From a California vegan who lives in a place where it is literally so easy to be vegan, vegan restaurants everywhere, vegan options at non-vegan restaurants everywhere, and the vegan community is just growing and growing and growing, I want to say to you, good job and keep going, and just encourage you to keep being convicted in your beliefs, because you are the kind of people that are going to change the communities that you're in. I'm not going to do that, or other people in California, or other people in Berlin, or New York City, or San Francisco, like, they're not going to be the ones to do that. For those of you living in these tiny remote towns, or maybe these towns are just like a little behind the times, they like, haven't heard about veganism before, you are the people, you are the ones who are actually going to make a change. And I just want to tell you thank you from the bottom of my heart. Sorry, I don't even know how to explain like how much it means to me and to other vegans too, like that there are vegan people in non-vegan places. Oh, it blows my mind, and you guys are the real champions. You're the real heroes. So thank you, and keep going.